Hey YouTube, this is Jaden coming at you from Team Shadow Strike, and today I'm going to be bringing you a deck profile of my Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile. Someone, William Fan, he heard I mentioned in one of my videos that he'd be interested in seeing my build of Sylvans. This is the current deck that I'm playing for the current meta right now. I'm still not sure on my final build that I'll be taking to Nationals or anything like that. It really comes down to whether or not I'm confident in using the deck, or, I don't know yet. But anyway, here's what I'm playing. I really like the deck. This is the deck that kept me in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I've always loved the plant decks because they're so customizable. There's really not a wrong way to play plants. That's what I've always liked about it. So here we go. So first off, we play 3 Sage Koya. Sage Koya was the one monster that we were really missing that this deck lacked. Once per turn, you can excavate one, and then if it's excavated, you can add a Sylvan spell back to your hand, which means you're just going to go grab Sylvan Charity. Which is, you're basically just saying, ooh, free +3 to the hand, or +1, or whatever the hell it is, +2, whatever. But it's basically a draw 3 card. It's basically our Graceful Charity, and the fact that that we have one and not everyone does is stupid. And it allows us to stack our deck to set up our key plays. So 3 Sage Koya, and then I play only 2 Hermitry, because it is dead if you draw this card. It is just completely dead. I do not play the Field Cell, not because I don't get the card, I think it's a good card. But I'm going to test play it, but right now, going with, I've even made some changes in here that I haven't play tested yet. Just to put in here in a deck, so how they will generally work. I just want to get some more time with it. But Hermitry is so good because he gets you draw power, because if he's excavated if he himself is excavated, you get to look at the top 3 cards and rearrange them any which way you please. And then if you, once per turn, if he's on the field, you can excavate 1 card, and if it's a plant, you get to draw a card. So it's very, very good because it just gives you more hand advantage. So 3 Sage Koya and 2 Hermitry, and then I play 3 Peacekeeper. Peacekeeper is like Monster Reborn for plants. It is just a good, solid card to mill off the top with one of your Sylvan cards, because all you're going to do is 9 times 10, you're just going to go fetch that lone fire thing again, or you can just simply revive Spore or copy plant or whatever it is that you need at the time. Only 2 shrooms. I went down to 2 shrooms because I found that I was dead drawing it at 3 quite a bit. It is still good, but I do play a little more back row power destruction now because I hate back row with a passion. This is a really good card to open up with. Say you can just set it, and if your opponent runs into it, it does have 2,000 ass, so 2,000 defense, or 2,000 ass, as I like to say. So chances are there's not a whole lot of monsters that your opponent can just drop out of their hand and summon to just attack this. So say if they summon something like I don't know, anything that's under 2,000, and you're just like, no. And then you get to select a number from 1 to 5 and then excavate that many cards, you're always going to pick 5 and just load the grave up as big as you can. And then his second effect is if he himself is excavated, he's an MST. He lets you pop a spell or trap, so he's good. And then I only play 2 Martial Leaf because this card is, if you draw it, it's completely dead. At 2, that it still can use, you can use, Sylvan Charity to put it on top of the deck, and if you happen to mill it off with a Sage Koya or a Hermitry, it's just a free plus, so it is good. I like it. There are some people that I've heard that are dropping Martial Leaf from their deck completely. I don't think you should drop the card altogether, but I do think it is a card that shouldn't be run more than about 2, because at 3 you're going to draw it 2 commonly. 2 Sprout, I've gone up to 2. At first I thought I'd only play 1 of this card, but 2 of this card is a good option because you use her effect to put her back on top and then use something else to mill her off and then get her level anywhere you want it again and just start going into Exceed monsters. And also she's special summonable with 1-for-1, so you can get her out and then just use her effect and then go off into a rank 7 or 8 Exceed. And then for the last Sylvan monster I play is I play 1 Flower Knight. Literally just so when he's excavated I can put Sylvan Charity on the top of the deck. That's the only reason he's in there. And I guess if you are desperate for something to summon first turn, if you really don't have that open, you can summon him. But I don't know how many Sylvan monsters that is, but It's a good solid number. I mean, I don't like Cherub Sprout. Some people say, well, why don't you play Cherub Sprout? I don't like Cherub Sprout because you mill it out and, okay, you get to special summon Spore, you get to special summon Sprout. Well, there's so many ways in this deck I can special summon them anyway, so including Copy Plant, so I just don't see the point in it. So now for the rest of the monsters, for the plant engine, I play 2 Lone Fire Blossom. Um, this card is OP. You open up with this first turn, you're set up pretty well. If you open up with this and a Soul Charge, you literally can just make a field of big monsters and then tell your opponent, okay, have fun dealing with this. Lone Fire is just so good. This deck can bring him out in so many ways. 1 Dandelion. I like Dandelion. I'm sorry. I like it to help to go into synchro plays because I do play quite a few synchros because I think synchros are still very prevalent in the deck or in the meta. 1 Spore. Spore is Spore. He's stupid. I love Spore to pieces. 1 Copy Plant. He's the replacement for Glow Up Bulb since Glow Up Bulb is banned for perfectly good reason. There are people that are still bitching to this day that Glow Up Bulb didn't come back from the ban list because of Sylvans. If Glow Up Bulb would have came back, Sylvans would have been, they'd have been even more stupid, but so fucking splashable. It's a good thing that he wasn't. And then I play 1 Angel of the Fallen Roses. Angel of the Fallen Roses because say you have a dead card on the field and you just don't know what to do with it, you can just use it and bounce it back to your hand, and she's level 7, so you can get into your Dracosac, your Big Eye, your Aurea. You just have so many options with it, so I play it as a tech. Now, then for the rest of my monsters, I play 3 Curry Bandit for a few reasons. 1, he's fucking adorable. You say Curry Bandit is fucking adorable. It's Karibo, he's black, he has an eye patch, and he has a yellow headband. He's fucking adorable. And also, I also really like him to opening up with him. Say I open up with maybe something like an MST or something settable. I'll just set the MST, summon him, and then in the end phase use his skill. I mean, it's literally just to get cards in the grave. And then I also play 1 Blaster because we play so many fires. I mean, we play, let's see, 2 Hermitry, so 2 Shroom, 4, and then 2 Lone Fire, that's 6. So, I mean, Blaster is definitely going to be useful in this deck, and so 6 Fires I think is still good enough. I was originally also playing test the Wind Elemental Dragon, but I dropped it, and the Dragon, because that was going to be Debris Dragon as well. But I dropped them because they were just... They were dead more than I could use them, so I just went ahead and dropped them. And then I have now 2 tech cards that I've play tested. One of them in a plant deck, and then one just I want to see how it works out. And my 2 techs is 1 Blue Rose Dragon, because Blue Rose Dragon, it's kind of like another form of your Peacekeeper. Blue Rose Dragon, for if you don't know his effect, it's when this card is destroyed and sent from the field to the graveyard, you can select 1 Black Rose Dragon or 1 plant monster in your graveyard and special summon it. And I love using Black Rose Dragon a lot all the time. So being able to reborn my Black Rose for free is amazing. And then I also tech 1 Rose Archer just because I like it, because if your opponent... maybe they have that 1 set card, you don't know what it is, and you've flooded your field with like Aureas and Felgrands and things like that, and then all of a sudden they Mirror Force you. You can just go, discard, get out. So I like it as I like it at 1, so in the main board for game 1. So next we're going into the spells. 3 Sylvan Charity, because this card is completely fucking stupid. Its ability, I'm playing way too much fucking Vanguard. Its effect is, it used to be Sylvan card, and it's on top.
Streetboards are fun. Miracle Fertilizer, what it does is if you give up your normal summon or set that turn, you can, once per turn, you can bring any plant back from the graveyard. Now, a common error that's made with this is if you have, say, 2 of these on the field, when you start your turn, you can activate both of them. Only once per turn can you activate this one. So if you have 2 fertilizers, you can use the effect twice, but you can only use the effect of each fertilizer once. But if a monster brought back from the graveyard with this card leaves the field, so does this card. So it is a very powerful card that can just get you so many plays. And if you can keep it on the field for a couple turns, it's just going to give you insane advantage. And then I'm on the MST. I found out why I think I was overly playing my shrooms, playing 3 Shrooms, because I just hate back row, because back row in this format is starting to go off, is starting to get fucking insane. So I just went into 3 MST, because MST is MST. And then 2 Super Solar Nutrient. I really like this card because if you open up a Little Dead, it can save you. Basically, if you have a level 2 or lower, is it level 2 or lower? Yeah. Tribute 1 level 2 or lower plant monster and this card, and then you can special summon from your deck any plant monster that is level that is equal to the level of the monster you tributed plus 3 to that level. So if you sacrifice a level 2 plant, you can special summon up to a level 5 plant from the deck. Now, guys, I have to get up and put my charger in my laptop because I'm almost dead, so give me a second. Oh my god, really? Alright guys, one sec. I gotta see if that plug in. Okay, it did. Okay guys, problem solved. Okay, Super Solar Nutrient. What this is going to normally do for you is all you're going to do is you're going to, like, say you open up with just a Peacekeeper, you can summon the Peacekeeper, get the free excavation, Super Solar Nutrient it off, and get Lone Fire, and then go into a play. So that's the Solar Nutrient. It's there to literally save you for when you open dead, because it will happen, you know. It happens to all of us. And then for the rest of the spells, I play 2 Soul Recharge. This card is busted as fuck. It's Monster Reborn on crack. You literally pay 1,000 life points, and you can special summon up to 5 monsters from your graveyard for every 1,000 life points that you pay. The only downside is that you cannot enter. You can only activate per turn. So it's literally, okay, pay 1,000 life points, or pay 5,000 points and special summon any monsters from the ranges. And then for the last spell I play is I play 1 for 1. I dropped my Foolish Burial into 1 because I think it's a dark. So, in my opinion, Foolish Burial is still an amazing card, guys. I just think one's better, and plus I get through my deck quick enough, so Foolish Burial is just kind of dead half the time. And then for my trap cards, pretty simple. 2 Dust Tornado, 1 Phoenix Wing Blast, 1 Compulsory Evacuation Device. I was playing 2 Point of Heaven, but I decided in Game 1 I would much rather have chainable back row, and all these can be chained. Say if your opponent MSTs it, you can chain it. Have chainable row and on, and plus tornadoes, they just monsters, so it literally any game, and That's just me. For trick, I got some. These dandelion tokens were made by my best friend before he passed away. They're pretty special to me. 1 second. I have this backwards. Okay, for the synchros, I play 1 level 2 for Formula Synchron because it can be made with a dandelion token and a spore. 1 Black Rose Dragon because Black Rose Dragon is fucking amazing, and its second ability is awesome. You banish a plant from the graveyard, select one of your opponent's defensive position monsters, put it into attack mode, and their attack becomes 0. Awesome! 1 Scrap Dragon, 1 Stardust Dragon, 1 Crimson Blader, 1 Shooting Star Dragon. I do not play Quasar because you have to play level 5s in the deck, and I don't like Quasar, honestly, for a competitive deck because it seems like the deck is either Quasar or I lose, and I don't like decks that revolve literally around 1 card. Leo and Star Eater for the synchros. All of these are so easy to get out, I mean, level 10, level 10, level, I mean, all these just get out so easy with this deck because you have so many level modulation cards. So, and then for the Exceeds, I play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rank 7s in the form of number 11 Big Eye, Mecha Phantom Beast Draco Sack, 1 number 74 Master of Blades. Someone pointed out to me that this is really good in the Geargia matchup, and I agree because I fucking hate that deck, so that's why that's in here now. And then I play 2 Aurea, which is the new boss monster for plants, and it's also a generic level 7 card. It's pretty stupid. I'll read it to you real quick. It takes 2 level 7 monsters. Once per turn, you can send 1 plant monster from your hand or face up on your side of the field to the graveyard. Look at the number of cards from the top of your deck equal to the level of the monster sent. Equal to the monster sent monster had in graveyard. Look at the number of cards from the top of your deck. Good God, guys, I am so sorry. The writing on this thing's fucking small. Look at the number of cards from the top. Okay, I'm gonna start over. I am so sorry, guys. Please bear with me. Once per turn, you can send 1 plant monster from your hand or face up from your side of the field to the graveyard. Look at the number of cards from the top of your deck equal to the level of that monster the sent monster had in the hand or on the field. Then place them on top of the deck in any order. Okay, second, once per turn, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card, choose a number from 1 to 3, then excavate that many cards from the top of the deck. Send any excavated plant monsters to the graveyard, and if you do, return up to that many cards on the field to the hand, minimum 1, except this card. Also place the other cards on the bottom of the deck in any order. So using its effect properly, you can bounce 3 cards on the field back to the owner's hands. Holy fuck, that was hard to read, guys. I mean, literally. I don't know if you can make it out, but look how fucking small that writing is. And then for the last is I play 2 level 8s in the form of 2 Divine Dragon Knight Felgrand, because the first turn Felgrand is really hard for anybody to deal with. So this is my extra deck. So. Next, we'll go to the extra deck. Okay, for the extra deck, is I also am right now I'm siding to Rose Archer as well because of artifacts and that artifact sanctum, and just because there are so many decks out there that play back row, you can side this in and just start killing their back row. And then 2 DD Crow, because the graveyard is so important in this format, so DD Crow is good in almost any matchup. I only play 2 spells. 1 Nobleman Crossout for the Geargia matchup to kill off their Geargia armors, and then 1 Soul Release. Again, it's a card that's just good in a whole lot of matchups because the graveyard is just so more important. The graveyard is like a second hand. It's like the Angel Feather of Yu-Gi-Oh! Now. And then all my traps. 2 Karma Cut, really good card. You discard 1 to banish 1 monster on the field, and then your opponent, and then whatever monster is banished, whoever controlled the card. Well, I'll just read it.
Discard one card, remove from play one face-up monster your opponent controls. Then remove from play any cards in your opponent's graveyard with the same name as the removed monster. So it works really good against Boojins, it works good against Dark Worlds, it works good against pretty much anything that has multiple things, multiple cards. So if they play 3 of a certain card, that's a very good card to play against them. 2, Mind Crush, because this format there's a lot of searching out, so you can use this to your advantage and just start picking off their key cards in their hand. 2, Divine Wrath, because effects are stupid and I want to get rid of them. 2, Black Horn of Heaven, because against in matches where they just start spamming, Black Horn is a good card. And finally, 1, Soul Drain, because again, the graveyard is so important that you want to play things that kill the grave. So, that is that. So anyway, guys, that is my Yu-Gi-Oh! Sylvan deck profile. So I hope I explained everything good. So William Fan, I believe it was, who asked for this video. I hope this was. I hope you found this enjoyable. If you have any questions about my Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck, please feel free to just shove a comment down there, and I'll be more than happy to answer it. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I will give a shout out to my Yu-Gi-Oh! Team right now, Team Z Fighters. Go check them out. Christian, my friend Christian, that you've seen him on the channel many, many times, he is responsible for that channel. Because I can't manage 2 with my schedule, I can barely manage 1. But so anyway, guys, go check out our Yu-Gi-Oh! Team at Team Z Fighters. This deck profile is also on there, but I just wanted to stick it up here because someone asked for it. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you're all doing well. Thanks for watching. I will mention again, guys, remember at 200 subscribers, I'm doing a box giveaway tournament for Vanguard, and so I will be doing that. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do so. The faster we get to 200 subscribers, the faster we can do the giveaway. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.